Okay. Hi. Hello. I'm Nikki, and I'm gonna try this again. Last time I did this, uh, it didn't work. The video was too long and it wouldn't upload to YouTube. And a friend suggested I use the thing, and I used the thing, and then the thing broke the video. Although I probably broke the video because I don't know anything about this. I don't know what I'm doing. So this is for the 30-day novel writing challenge. I asked if I should do a voice post about them or my dog's down there. I had to check on her. Or I said voice post or a whatever this is called. I have completely forgotten. And somebody said that they liked voice posts, but they also liked my face. So I was like, well, if someone likes my face, I will try this. And if it doesn't work, and if nobody likes it, then I won't do it anymore. I really hope that's not coming through. They're doing some work out there or something. And then I thought if I'm gonna do a camera thing, I can show you my book. This is what I'm writing it in. Yeah, the only problem with handwriting it is, of course, is that my handwriting is pretty large, and so I'm like, oh yeah, that's perfect amount of pages for a chapter, and then when you go to type it up, it's like 4 pages. So I'm gonna probably have to combine chapters and add to them later on, obviously. But I have oh, sorry, I have maps and a calendar, which I also showed on the last video. So, um, yeah, I guess that's what we'll do today. Sorry if I seem a bit awkward with my glasses. I don't usually wear them when I'm sitting at the computer, but I feel really weird without them on and talking to people. So, yes, let's start with the day 1 and 2 challenge that I've already written up, and then I will show you maps and calendars and things, and we'll see how long this is, and then I'll probably write up day 3 and 4, and then do a video on that. So 2 days, 1 video. We'll see how it goes. Okay, so day 1 was name of current project and backstory of the name. The current project is called The Bloodstain Time. That's the whole series title. It's the 4th era of this world, which I can show you. And the first book is called The Legend of the Red King. And at least 3 or 4 of those names, and there's 6 books, and 3 or 4 of the names from the book, 4 of the books, came from a random name generator, because I'm really shitty at coming up with titles. I always use Fall Out Boy songs when I write my fan fiction. But I came up with a couple of those on my own. Like once it got started from the random name generator, I was like, oh my god, these are so great. What else? Oh yeah, and each title of the book sort of ties into the plot, but I hope it doesn't give too much away. Like the first one is The Legend of the Red King, The Emperor's Bone, Key of Stardust, The Last Knife, Twilight of the Queen, Hour, and The Inheritance. Probably Key of Stardust is the one that's most ambiguous. And I basically know what's going to happen in each book, but I'm not sure, completely sure how they're going to end. Except for the first book, I'm pretty sure I know how that will end. It might change later, but right now I'm sure how it's gonna end. What else was there? I think that might have been it about the titles. Name generators are fantastic because I use that for my cities and my countries and even my currency because I was just like, I even used, what did I use? I think it was behindthename.com where I wanted each character to have a name that meant something. So I went and I looked up that characteristic on Behind the Name, and then I just picked the name I like best. So those are actually really helpful. And then day 2 is to the genre of the story explained in detail. The genre is fantasy with LGBT themes thrown in. I don't know if that is a thing. Because it was around the time when like that awful Cassandra Clare books were being made into movies, and it was just so boring. Girl falls in a magical world and meets a boy, and they fall in love, and so boring. It was horrendously boring. They're all boring, and I wanted to make something that wasn't boring, hopefully, and I wanted to flip it around. So it's a woman, because she's in her 20s, gets teleported to another land and meets a prince, and then the prince is also a woman. And they fall in love, but I'm really hoping that the romance will be secondary. Like, it's a thing, but it's secondary. Because romance isn't more important than some asshole trying to kill you and all your friends. And there is a reason why the prince is a prince and not a princess. But that might be spoilers. No, that's definitely spoilers. There's lots of stuff that I want to talk about in like the later days, but it's so like it would spoil so much. Because I like spoilers. Because I get really nervous and anxious, but other people don't. And I don't want to spoil anybody because I think I have some really great sort of ideas. So yeah, the genre is fantasy. You know, dragons and witches and goblins and stuff. I haven't decided on dwarves yet. So far, no elves or dwarves, but they could be in a different part of the world, which I can show you on my map. And since I read a lot of fantasy, I'm sure I will be inspired by other authors. But I really hope that it's not too heavy of an inspiration, if that makes sense. Okay. Oh, that's not what I wanted. What did I want? Oh, yes. Oh, yes, oh, yes, oh, yes. So, oh, that might be spoilers. We'll put that down. This is my calendar that I made. It's got, oh, I can't read that. 7 days a week, 4 weeks a month, 310 days a year, 44 weeks a year, and 2 days. There. There. Is it all on camera? And so then the red days are special days, like holidays. And then there are days for my main character. And like her birthday. They celebrate her birthday or whatever. So yeah, it's just one holiday a month, except for the last month, which only has 2 days, so they're both holidays. And I came up with this because 365 days a year is really awkward, and it is a different place, so I wanted it to have a different calendar, and I wanted it to be even, because I'm not good at math, so I figured if it was as even as possible, then I couldn't fuck it up. And then this is... Oh, that's definitely spoilers. And yeah, I found names for months that are like Celtic or Gaelic, because that's sort of the theme I'm going for. A bit Roman as well, the names. So yeah, I had to come up with how to pronounce them, because some of them are a bit weird. So yeah, and I can't pronounce things either. I mean, I can't even pronounce the names of some of the characters, and I came up with them. Those are characters which you can find on my book blog with pictures of the actors that I imagine them as. Aha. Here's my maps. I hand drew these, which I just used a ruler and graph paper. So yeah, I'm not a good drawer. Not a good drawer at all. So first, this is this way and back. This is the world that we get in the first book, or first couple of books at least. The 3 main kingdoms, which we'll get a better look at. So yeah, all the names that are on these maps came from a random name generator, which I'm very thankful for. So this is the first kingdom the kingdom of Mirlamos. It's where our protagonist lands. This way. Alright. Getting used to this camera thing. Yeah. It's very farmy. That's what all the, I don't know if you can see, but it's like a bunch of green stripes. That's what that means. It's very farmland-y and very fertile. You got a big river and stuff like that. So yeah. It's the quote-unquote good kingdom. And then this is the second kingdom, the kingdom of Progan. It's sort of a... this way. It's sort of a snowy mountain kingdom. So it's not as fertile, except for where the green is. And then it gets more snowy the farther you go up. And it's the quote-unquote bad kingdom. Yeah, and the two, Progan and Mirlamos, battle against each other all the time. All the time. And this is a kingdom of Wunrad. It's also very fertile, as you can see. And it is mainly run by pirates and merchants. And merchant pirates. And this makes sure that, you know, this kingdom stays out of it. The battle between the other two. So, that's it. That's all I made for now. I do have another... this way. Where is it? On the map. Right there, Deep Vale. That's off towards the middle of the world. It's a vale, like a valley, and it's surrounded by lots of hills. And there's a tower in the middle of it. And that's all you're gonna get for spoilers on that. And that's, oh, here. That was my dog. Sorry. There's people walking around and she has to bark at everything. Those are the 4 arrows right there. Spoilers. I guess you saw that already. That's okay. Those are just the characters. So the Destitute Age is obviously... There was an era before that, but that doesn't matter at the moment. So it's the Destitute Age, the Expanding Time, the Blessed Century, and then the Bloodstained Time. So it started bad, was good, and is now bad again. Yeah. And so those are my... That's Laura, she's the main character, and that's Adina, another main character. Yeah. And that's kind of it, I guess, for now. Hopefully this works this time. If not, I guess we won't do this again. Or I can try a voice post. So I will link my story, my novel Tumblr in the YouTube description if it works. And you know, if you have any questions, you can always contact that Tumblr or my main Tumblr, which I will also put in there. Or leave like a comment in the video. In the video? I don't know how that works. I don't know anything about this. So yeah, hope this works. And if it does, I will do more. And if it doesn't, I will do voice posts because I definitely know how to do those. Yeah, that's it. I will see you all later. Goodbye. Where's the stop?